Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream of Neighborhood Noms. I'm your host, Nina, aka Psycho Food, and I'm so excited to have Cassava Co here tonight to speak about their story. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my favemenu, who this series is also in collaboration with. But we're so excited because this is another interview where we can interview a restaurant and a food brand owners about their story. So today I'm joined by these two lovely ladies who created this premium boba kit. And I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So we'll start off with you.
Hi, my name is Victoria Reyes, and I am the co-founder and COO of Cassava Co.
Oh, and I think you might be muted for quick.
I happen to always do that. I'm Vy Duong. I am the CMO and also co-founder of Cassava Co.
Yes, and I'm so excited because, guys, you know that I've tried this brand before, and I've been hyping it up to everyone that I know. So I'm super excited to listen to more of your guys' history, and of course, before you started. So we'll begin with the first question, though. So basically, what is the story, and how did Cassava Co come to be?
Yeah, Vy, you want to take that one? And again, thanks so much for having us, Nina. We're so excited to be here.
I know, me too.
Yes, thank you for having us on your show. So Cassava Co actually only started less than a year ago. We just had our 6-month anniversary on Valentine's Day. And it started with just myself and Victoria being such boba fans. And, we grew up in different environments. Victoria was very entrepreneurial. Her family owns a lot of their own businesses, while my parents, immigrated from Vietnam, and definitely a big, strong work ethic was something that they instilled in me from a very young age. And we just felt that, we've done a lot in our corporate careers where it was time for us to take a step and, take a risk and do something that we were really passionate about. And boba tea just happened to be something that Victoria and I really love. And we realized that during COVID, when things started happening, people were staying at home. There wasn't really easy access for customers to be able to have a really good boba drink. You can find things like instant boba online that just does not match the same quality as you would get at a boba shop. And same with, customers who live in cities that don't have a big Asian population. And of course, with that being said, the boba tea offering is very limited there as well. And so we just thought about it and felt that this was a great solution to that problem.
That's awesome. I love that. And I love the, at least, inspiration too from your family to transfer over to help you to now. And what about you, Victoria? What were you, did you want to share anything about your story as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And Vy and I actually go back. We've been friends for almost a decade now. We met each other at Arizona, so we went to the same college. We actually double majored. And in fact, that's where our careers ended up being in, large corporations. So some of the most reputable brands that you know of today. So between marketing and supply chain, I feel like these are some things that we really bring to the table, and that's what's enabled Cassava Co to be. So as Vy mentioned, we are both passionate about travel and boba. In fact, one of the stories that we like to share would be our travels, and the main priority of these travels would be to look for boba shops, right? So Vy is such a foodie, and I love boba, so why not? And I think back to one of our recent travels. I mean, this was pre-COVID, right? We went to Montreal, and it was close to 0 degrees and freezing cold, but that weather doesn't stop us from getting boba. Wearing multiple layers. Montreal is a very walkable city, so we walked to this boba shop and ordered hot milk tea, which we love. So so it's really cool to see this passion of ours really come to life. And we're really proud of the ingredients that we've sourced, the recipes that we've created, and hopefully, we're seeing a lot of customers love it, and we hope to grow and really, spread this through more customers down the road.
That's so awesome, and I love that you're bringing all your boba knowledge. You guys are experts, experts to go into this. But it's fun. It's fun too. I'm actually a supply chain major.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm planning to go into operations soon in the future. So
that's awesome.
Smart choice.
I definitely think so. It's definitely a hot major right now too.
Absolutely. Very much in demand, so great choice.
I'm always hearing the news, and they're always like supply chain. I'm like, that's my choice.
Yeah.
Well, the next question I will ask you is, what do you think makes you different from other restaurants and brands?
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the ingredients, right? So really our core mission is to bring a modern and elevated yet simple experience to our customers. So boba actually is an experience, right? And for us, we try to stay away from instant and overly processed ingredients.
Yeah.
Right? So instant boba, tea powders, because we really believe in the quality of boba, right? Like how many times have you been to a boba shop where it doesn't taste like anything, right?
Yeah.
You're pretty much eating the boba and it's something to like chew on, something that we're used to. So that's something that we really stay away from. And so we're really proud of the ingredients that we've curated and the recipes that we've created as well.
Yeah, and I think one other thing that really helps us stand out against our competition and against boba shops as well as other tea kit brands is the fact that we've invested so much in the actual quality of the teas, the quality of the boba. We chose products that were actually more expensive to us as a company so that we can provide it at the same price point as our competitors, but a much better product offering. I think that's what's special is that we've had a lot of friends tell us, your boba tastes exactly like one of my favorite boba tea shops. And that's such a great compliment to us because, you don't hear that with a lot of the products on the market today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's sort of the juncture between the supply chain and, the sourcing of the ingredients, right? Because that's our background. So we understand how vendors work. We understand how to get it to consumers, even as a new company. So we're very excited that we've been able to bring really quality ingredients at such an affordable price point.
And it's kind of nice too, because I feel like a lot of boba places too, as like they grow into a chain, they start using kind of not the lesser alternative, but not the most like natural ingredients.
Right.
So it's awesome too, because when I first tried your like tea, because you guys use a loose leaf.
Yes.
So it's actual flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's purely natural. We really rely on the beauty of the tea and the it's very tasteful, it's very flavorful. So we rely on that. And we really don't cheap out. So you get the tea that you need. Because what you see in boba shops is the more they scale, obviously the margins need to work out. And so that's where, teas get less, they migrate to tea powders, add more water and such. So we really love the quality, and we can't stress it enough.
Like our teas come from Taiwan and Thailand. So, you're getting them from the source. And that's why we pride ourselves on the product and the quality, was because we didn't just source from, a random supplier to get the tea quality the way that it is. We went to the source, we knew and found the suppliers that actually supply to the top boba chains, the popular ones within the US and, the world, and brought it to our boba kit. That's how determined we were to like really make sure that we went out with a bang with the quality of our product.
That's awesome. How many rounds did you think that you went through your test process?
Okay, so my mom jokes about this all the time. She says, I'm going to overdose on boba someday. She's not happy about it. But I honestly drank boba almost 3 times a day for months.
It's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Those are my meals.
I don't think I've seen V sleep at all during that, time period.
you're on the sugar high. You got everything you need.
Yeah, plus the caffeine, right?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I think I would take boba maybe over coffee some days.
Oh, I always do.
But that's so awesome. So that kind of relates to maybe even like the next question. But what are some of your like most popular orders, or what are like the iconic parts of your kits that you think are?
So I actually have a sample. So this is what our boba kits actually come in. It's a really, and again, we actually invested a lot in our packaging as well, as you can see when you actually buy the product. It comes in a really nice box package, and then we provide boba, the premium one, and we'll talk a little more about our new boba product. But we also have the milk base. And I wanted to show you our 3 top selling flavors. Right now, it's Assam Black.
That's the one I had.
Yes. This other one is roasted oolong.
Ooh.
That's my favorite.
And then Thai tea, if you can see this.
Ooh.
Yep.
I need to try that Thai tea one. That one seems good.
Jasmine tea is actually one of our very popular flavors as well. But I didn't want to bring all our tea flavors. And we also provide our recipe card. And for most of the kits that you get, you will actually get 3 or a set of 6 tea bags so that you can steep and brew your tea, and it's convenient. You don't have to go find things to brew tea with. So
yeah. That's so awesome. I love your guys' packaging. And I feel like it does look very modern, kind of the aesthetic, but it has like that minimalistic feel too, which I think is so clean looking to me.
Thank you.
But it's honestly awesome. You got everything you need, everyone. You get you get your boba, you got your milk base, you got everything. So I highly recommend it, because I think I had the jasmine also, and I really like the jasmine flavor. But I know that you guys kind of started around COVID, like 6 months ago, like you said. But how has your business been doing, like amidst this whole like pandemic? Is it like best, or is it good, or do you think it's like kind of on a rough end?
Yeah, well, our business actually came to be because of COVID, right? Because we've always thought that, especially where I live too, I live in LA, and even if living in LA, I live on the west side, so it's predominantly a white population. So I have to drive 30-40 minutes out to get good quality boba, right? So it's been a problem, and I think COVID really provided that urgency for us, because no one could go to a shop to get their, boba, and most of our customers drink boba every day. So that's really how we came to be, and so we've really seen great traction with our sales and holiday. That's when we really saw that boba kits have been such a giftable product for us. So people not only love to consume boba, but they love to give boba.
Yeah.
And even with the Lunar New Year holiday, that's been such a great event. So we've gotten a lot of bulk orders, because not only is it a gift now, but it's an experience. So people come together to make boba and enjoy boba. So it's been really cool to see the evolution from, just it being a product to being an actual experience that people enjoy. So it's been a thrill to watch it evolve like that.
Yeah, no, I love this is actually my first time like making boba. So I'm always eyeing the people behind like boba shops, but I honestly applaud them by how much like it takes to get all the ingredients together. But that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and Victoria actually touched upon something that we're also distinguished in compared to what you can find on the market. Cassava Co is actually the only boba tea kit that provides personalized gifting messages, where you can actually send a personal message that we print out, put in the kit, wrap it, in nice packaging, and send it to whoever you want to send it to. So I think that's the other piece, is that COVID kept so many people away from each other. This was a great way for them to reconnect, to let them know that, they were thinking about their loved ones, their friends, their family. And honestly, these make even great, like, will you be my bridesmaid kits, right? Especially if you're like states apart and not in the same city anymore. It's just a great opportunity to like let people know that you're still thinking about them without, you know, having to, or without being able to see them.
Yep.
I really like it too. It's a very like easy thing to give to other people. And honestly, I actually did give someone the boba kit as well. That they're boba baristas. They have a bit more experience than I do, but they really enjoyed the like I said earlier, the loose leaf part too, because not a lot of places do it. But
awesome. That's good to hear.
I know. So this is kind of a tangent off of the COVID question, but once everything's kind of lifted, what are you like hoping for in the future for like your brand? For like, are you thinking about expanding or anything?
I'll let Victoria start off with that question.
Yeah, obviously. And really our main goal is to make our product and our brand as accessible as possible, right, to the community that we serve. So there are a couple of channels in the works, right? So we're available online via cassavaco.com, but we'd also like to be where people shop, right? So I can't name them yet, but we're very excited to hopefully roll that out soon. But we'd like to be available digitally in other platforms. But also down the road, people still shop for their groceries in brick and mortar. So that's something that we really envisioned and set our minds to. So watch out for Cassava on shelf. So that's a very exciting goal of ours.
That's so awesome. I can get it right at the hands of my locals. But is there any other things that you're planning in the future aside, like maybe new flavors or anything?
Oh, absolutely, V.
So we are working on a few different product offerings with flavors and even enhancements to our current product. So I will let you and everyone who's following this live channel in on a little secret. We are launching brown sugar boba. So all kits come with a brand new brown sugar boba that actually cooks in less time than our current boba and has even a better texture. And we thought our boba was already amazing as it was, but we found even a better supplier that makes the boba drink just stand out completely against the rest. So that's one. The other is that there will be a new green flavor that's coming out in April. So I'll let you guess what green I'm talking about, but it is a very popular flavor. It starts with an M, ends with an A.
Like mama matcha? Ooh, I'm so excited for that. That's a go-to flavor of mine, honestly.
Yes, we are. We will be launching matcha very soon here, so definitely stay tuned to us on our social channels, and also make sure you subscribe because we do let our email subscribers in on the new products first.
Well, that's
absolutely.
that's
and
awesome.
they deals too. So if you, for anyone who subscribes to us, we make sure to offer a good deal for being loyal customers too.
Yes, we're having so much excitement for this brown sugar boba. Someone did guess pandan though, so
that's a good guess.
Oh, that's a good guess. Yeah,
that's a good guess for green. Yeah, but obviously matcha's matcha's a good choice too. That's always like my go-to flavor. That's so awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. And I know we were going back to how you're talking about how like people have been giving like your packages as gifts too. Is there like other ways that people can kind of bundle your packets together?
Yes, one unique aspect of basically the Cassava brand is customization and personalization. So you can mix and match flavors. You can send, some of your favorite flavors to your loved ones or friends. And we are growing our product offering. So I only talked about matcha and brown sugar boba, but there are a few other flavors that are coming down the pipeline later this year. So, that's the exciting part, right? Is because we not only can you just buy and choose whichever kit whichever flavors you want to gift, but you can start building your own experience. You're trying out more flavors as we launch them.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited for you guys, and I'm so happy for what's to come. I did want to like ask too, because we're all females here, so I wanted to like ask, like, how is it being kind of like your own boss? Like you guys are your own like boss woman over here. Like, how do you think that's been like for you guys?
No, I think it's great. I mean, between V and I, we just have a tremendous respect for one another, right? And we trust each other in terms of just being friends at first, but also business partners, right? In terms of what we bring to the table. And so it's really allowed us to own our spaces for what we control in the company, and while at the same time come together as partners to make, informed decisions and be on the same page all the time. So it's been great to just really own that. V and I actually work full-time jobs. So Cassava is pretty much a nighttime and weekend run business. So we don't really sleep. But it's very fulfilling because this is ours, right? And this is something we're passionate about. So even more fuel to really get going with this. So it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that the other piece that I'm really proud of, and I'm sure Victoria is really proud of as well, is that we grew up in Arizona, and there was not a very large amount of Asian women entrepreneurship there. And so this is really taking a step in that direction and building that momentum, and also encouraging, other young women to do the same. I mean, we actually are also sorority sisters that are founding mothers of Delta Chi Lambda. So it's just, really highlighting the fact that anyone can do it, really, if you have that passion and if you have that trust with your partner. Just like, Victoria and I have for one another. I mean, it can work. You just have to take a step in that direction.
Absolutely. And to that point too, and that's why we're appreciative of your support, right? We partnered early on and we appreciate your support for what you brought to us. And it sounds like you've been sharing Cassava to all your friends. So we're very appreciative. And so we really believe in women supporting women. And so we love things like this where we can really lift each other up. So thank you for having us here.
Yeah, of course. No, and thank you, obviously, to be here tonight on this live. But I did want to like ask, like, because I'm still on the younger side, I'm still in college. But did you have any advice for people who wanted to start a business, or just anyone who are looking to start their next project?
There's plenty. If I were to really boil it down, it boils down to two things, right? It's what are you really passionate about? Because whatever you're building or creating needs to really come from your heart. It can't be forced because you need to be enjoying it. And that ultimately fuels you to keep going, right? Because not every idea is easy. In fact, it's really hard. And so the passion needs to be there. And then second, it's the work ethic and the belief that you will succeed, which is hard for Asian women, right? Because we sort of just go with the status quo. We're raised to be more reserved, at least I was. I was actually born and raised in the Philippines. So the culture there is very different, where women aren't empowered to speak up and to really think ahead. So I think it's really those two things. It's really the mindset to do both. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to ground yourself in what you believe in, what your brand is, what your product offering is, and staying true to that. That's kind of what we've always fell back on. Like every time, we talk about a new product or a new promotion, are we staying true to the Cassava brand? Is this how we want to portray, our product? Is this the right direction? Do we both feel that, in our gut, this is the right move? And it's hard. It may be hard at first because you get persuaded by media and, a lot of other influences, but as long as you always return to why you're doing it and what your product stands for, that's a really good foundation to start any business.
And I'll definitely keep that. I'll definitely keep that in mind when I start my next project. Because I feel like I have a lot of hopes and dreams in the future, but it's yet to come to me what those are, what specific details they are. But again, if you guys have any questions in the comments, if you wanted to have them answer, like I said, you can always check them out in the links below, and you can follow their story. And obviously, you should get some of their tea. You should get some of their tips. But with the final question I did want to ask is, did you have any message you would like to share to your loyal customers?
I'll let me take that one.
Honestly, we are just beyond grateful. If it wasn't for our core believers and our brand and us, like our friends and family started this whole movement where they were like, yeah, you can do it. If you need any help, let me know. Like, here's some suggestions. Like, I know this person who can help you with that. It's really that community that has helped us grow at the speed we've been growing. And on the community in Arizona, the community in Texas, the community in California, it's just been really great to connect to other entrepreneurs, other Asian, leaders within all of our different communities who really, really helped us drive this. And everyone who even follows us or, likes our pictures on Instagram or shares any of our stories, honestly, that to me means a lot more than words can express, because that's really how we've been able to build our brand and build our product and connect to more of you. So it's we're just so grateful, and we hope that we don't let you down and that we continue to really improve and build upon this experience and bring you better and better flavors every few quarters.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much, of course, for... Oh, did we have a question real quick in the... Oh, we do have a question from Miss Diane. She said, what was the hardest thing you all had to go through during the start of your brand?
I'll let Victoria take this.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of challenges, but I would say, I think, so V and I are actually located in different states. So in a more, on a like internal level, it's a long distance relationship. So that's already a challenge in itself on top of working a full-time job. So I think for us, it's really trusting in each other, but also setting routines, things that really make it work for us, right? So even while V's cooking or I am, doing laundry, we're making sure to prioritize our phone calls, as easy as those things, right? Because we believe in this brand so much and are grateful for this opportunity. And so we just try to make it work as much as possible. So yeah, that would say, I don't know, V, if you think of anything else.
Yeah, again, it's about building trust. And one of the things that I keep on having to remind myself is don't let yourself get into analysis paralysis, where you keep on turning your wheels and not making decisions. And so at the beginning, we had to really nail down, like, okay, what's the what is the experience we want to provide? What do we want our branding to represent? What do we want it to look like? What's our color palette? Like, those are all decisions that seem to be really big tasks, because they are big decision makers for your brand and your company. But it's being able to trust one another and get feedback from one another and our friends and our family, and just say, you know what, this is what we feel that is best now, and just run with it. Because usually, you won't go wrong if you really believe in it, and if you have that support system that also believes in your decision.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's so awesome. I'm honestly very admirable of the both of you for taking such an initiative, and I love that you were able to bring all the support from your family and kind of just get inspiration from them as well, because I think we do all need that, especially in our time right now. But in the meantime, is there any, or I'll let that to you, but is there any socials, or what your socials would be that you can reiterate, like your website, your Instagram, or anything else that we could follow?
Yeah, so at Cassava Co is our Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook as well. And our website is www.cassavaco.com. We are on LinkedIn. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. So definitely, if you have social media, you can find us.
Oh my gosh, they covered every spectrum, you guys. We got everything. You can't miss them at all.
Actually, can I ask a question to the audience? I'd love to, if able to. We'd love to ask what flavors you guys would love to see us create down the road. If that's something we could ask the audience. Even you, Nina, we'd love to get your feedback.
Everyone's sharing how much like awesomeness that you guys been. But when Miss Diane earlier, she mentioned the pandan flavor, that definitely got me thinking, because I haven't seen like pandan too, because I'm Filipino as well, and that's honestly one of my favorite desserts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And so it would be so interesting to kind of incorporate that, because I feel like not a lot of people know what that flavor is too. I guess you could say that it's like similar to mung bean too. Yeah, so maybe like those. I really really love those flavors as well. But we have someone said ube. I would ube too.
I love ube.
It's so awesome too. Like our ube, they have such a strong purple color. Yeah, everything. But honestly, I'm a big fan of like matcha too. But I really like roasted tea, kind of like my bitter teas, to be honest. So I love sticking to those as well. We're having an agreement to ube as well.
Yes.
Ube, I'm definitely hitting up ube as well. Earl Grey lavender. Too.
Interesting. Yeah.
The other one that because of this Earl Grey too, I thought of rose milk tea. I always feel like I have a hard time picking which to get rose milk tea from, because sometimes they use like the powder instead of like the actual powder. So that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, these are all great ideas.
We also got honeydew. Honeydew is a good option too. That one too, I don't always see honeydew. More like the citrusy. We also got mango tea, like fruit tea.
Okay.
I like that. I wonder how like you can incorporate that tea in blocks as well.
I was gonna say we are working on a potential new flavor for the summer, and it is very fruity. So just definitely follow us and keep up with our channels, because we will be announcing something in the summer.
Awesome.
We also have the suggestion of strawberry milk tea. That one's a move too, Isabel. That one's an intriguing flavor. I always like a strawberry one. I always see that in like slush versions. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of a lighter taste, so you're not really drowned. Like, you know how they have that, sometimes drinks have that really like heavy taste. Yes. So it would be nice to have something a little bit lighter at least.
Yeah, I've actually had a strawberry milk tea that has strawberry bits in it. It wasn't enough though, but I did enjoy it because it felt light and refreshing with those strawberry bits. So
yeah,
that's a good idea.
Someone did ask, are you thinking of doing like an at-home cheese foam?
Well,
yeah, no, that's definitely something that we've had on our radar, our additional toppings. So I'm glad someone's bringing this up. So if the demand is there, we of course cater to our customers. So the more flavors, the more suggestions we have. So honestly, I don't want this to be the only channel that we get feedback from customers. So if you guys want to DM us or even email us with any suggestions or things you really want to see, definitely do that.
Diane, she's really keeping up with in the chat here.
I love all your suggestions.
She had a blueberry matcha. We got a combo flavor over here.
I love that. Yeah.
That would be the next step. I wonder if you could, like, the blueberry matcha, it has like both blue and green bits into it. That would be so funny. Yes, we also love the strawberry matcha idea. We got all the combos. You guys have all the options of A and B, B and C, everything.
I love that. Well, thanks for the ideas, guys.
Thank you guys so much for suggesting, and I'm looking forward to the next flavor we have yet. But you already have so many flavors that are ready and that are going into effect soon. So I'm going to stay tuned for that as well. But I did want to reiterate, but this thank you so much for having this meeting and having this live with me. I honestly really appreciate it. And of course, like I know, for V, it's you're at the Central Coast time. This is like a 9 p.m. thing for you. But I'm just honestly really grateful that you were able to make it out here tonight. And of course, I also wanted to give a quick shout out to favemenu. So favemenu is an awesome digital online platform that connects people with the power of food and technology. So it's kind of a nice way for restaurants to use an app or like a menu system so they can have like a more positive effect too. And the nice thing about favemenu too is that it's a little bit easy on the restaurant. So it's not like a more expensive thing. So they have been the ones who I've been in collaboration with for a lot of this Neighborhood Nom series. So they're really deserving as well. But anyways, if you guys want to check out Cassava, you should check out the links down below about where to follow them and how to order from them. Because honestly, I'm thinking about ordering some more right now, right after this live as well. But thank you everyone as well for coming here to this live. I always appreciate you everyone for commenting in the chat and of course supporting the restaurants who have been on the Neighborhood Nom series. And again, my name is Nina, aka Psycho Food, and I hope you stay tuned for the future. But any last words for V and Victoria?
Well, thanks so much for having us. We had a lot of fun. And congrats to you as well. This is a great show, and we follow you on the side too with your socials. So congrats, and thanks so much for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us. This is great, and we wish you all the best of luck in all your endeavors. And supply chain is great, so can't wait to see you graduate from the program.
Thank you. I'm very excited for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys all later. But thank you.